Hello and welcome everyone to the world of SimStar online classes. I am Shubham Chopra, social science teacher. Students, I am back with the second chapter of your economics, that is people as resource for class 9. So students, in this chapter we will be discussing about the creation and importance of human resources or people as resource. So, the chapter People as Resource is an effort to explain population as an asset for the economy rather than a liability. Population becomes human capital when there is investment made in the form of education, training, and medical care. In fact, human capital is the stock of skills and productive knowledge embodied in them. Now, people as resource is a way of referring to a country's working people in terms of their existing productive skills and abilities. Looking at the population from this productive aspect emphasizes its ability to contribute to the creation of the gross national product, that is GDP. Like other resources, population also is a resource, a human resource. This is the positive side of a large population that is often overlooked when we look only at the negative side, considering only the problems of providing the population with food, education, and access to health facilities. When the existing human resource is further developed by becoming more educated and healthy, we call it a human capital formation that adds to the productive power of the country, just like physical capital formation. Investment in human capital through education, training, medical care yields a return just like investment in physical capital. This can be seen directly in the form of higher incomes earned because of higher productivity of the more educated or the better trained persons, as well as the higher productivity of healthier people. Students, India's Green Revolution is a dramatic example of how the input of greater knowledge in the form of improved production technologies can rapidly increase the productivity of scarce land resources. India's IT revolution is a striking instance of how the importance of human capital has come to acquire a higher position than that of material, plant, and machinery. Now, students, how can we convert a population into a human capital? Now, a human capital can be converted or a population can be converted into a resource or human capital through education, training, medical care. So, if the population is going to be educated, well trained, and healthy, they will be able to produce more. That means they are going to increase their productivity and in return help in the creation of the gross national product, that is the GDP. That means a better trained person can produce more in comparison to an uneducated person. A skilled person is more productive in comparison to an unskilled person. Now some keywords which we have to study in this chapter. So first study these keywords. Resource. Any material which can be transformed in a way that becomes more valuable and useful is known as a resource. That means any material which has got some or the other utility, that means we can utilize that material for our own requirement, for our own usage, that material can be considered as a resource. Human resources, a natural resource which is developed by high education and skills. Obviously, human resource, as I have told you just now, that humans are also a resource for their nations. That means a population can be converted into human resources by providing them higher education, training, and better health facilities. Economic activities, all those activities that give income to the people. That means all the activities in which people are involved to earn money or to earn profits can be considered as economic activities. Disguised unemployment. It is a situation in which more people are engaged in particular work than required. Now, this we will be understanding better in the other slides ahead. Now liable person, a person who is healthy but not educated. He is educated but not healthy and giving no profit to himself or the country is called a liable person. Students, liable person you can understand in this way, that means a person who is sitting idle, that means a person who is not involved in any of the production activity, that means he or she is not doing any of the occupational activity, that means he or she is not earning anything for himself or herself or for his or her family. So that kind of person is supposed to be known as a liable person. Now, asset. If a person is healthy as well as educated and earning with profit is called an asset person. That means opposite to liable is an asset person, means a person who is involved in any of the production activities or a person who is able to earn certain money for himself, herself or his or her family can be considered as an asset person. Now students, in this slide we can see a dialogue between a girl and a boy. Now girl is asking, what is human resource? Is it like land or labor? The boy is replying her back, it is more than that. Now this picture is also given in your NCERT book. Now again this girl is asking, what is human capital? Is it like rupee, paise or dollar? The boy is again replying, it is more than that. So what is a human resource? Now here is human resource or human capital. Now in this slide you can see a doctor is looking after the patient. The teacher is teaching on the blackboard. This person in blue uniform is involved in manufacturing activity in a factory, and in yellow shirt a tailor is preparing his clothes. So these people can be considered as human capital. Why? Because these people have got education, they have got skills, and with the help of their skills and education, they are able to perform economic activities for themselves as well as helping the nation in the creation of GDP. That is, they are also earning income for themselves as well as for their country. So students, not only do the more educated and the healthier people gain through higher incomes, society also gains in other indirect ways, because the advantages of a more educated or a healthier population spreads to those who themselves were not directly educated or given health care. In fact, human capital is in one way superior to other resources like land and physical capital. Human resource can make use of land and capital. Land and capital cannot become useful on its own. That means a country, although it is having plenty of natural resources, but if a country is not having a well developed human resource, then that country will not be able to utilize its resources efficiently and judiciously. So, for the purpose of utilizing the resources back at hand, we require highly developed human resource, just like Japan, eh, about which we will be studying in the slides ahead. Now students, we are going to read about the two cycles, that is the vicious cycle and the virtuous cycle. Now first, vicious cycle. This cycle is a complex chain including parent and children. It is of two types. These cycles are of two types. One cycle is known as vicious cycle and another cycle is known as virtuous cycle. So first, the poor cycle or the vicious cycle. Now in this, people do not have enough money to invest on their children, so children become uneducated, due to which they had to do a low leveling work with less income. Now, the next cycle is the rich cycle or the virtuous cycle. Now, in this, rich people know the importance of education and invest on their children. In this way, rich people are becoming more rich. Now, for a better understanding, students, that educated parents are found to invest more heavily on the education of their child. This is because they have realized the importance of education for themselves. They are also conscious of proper nutrition and hygiene. They accordingly look after their children's need for education and at school and good health. A virtuous cycle is thus created in this case. So, students, the educated people or the rich people, they know the importance of education. That is why they invest on their children, on their education, and on their health, because they know ultimately this investment will give them return in the form of higher incomes of their children in the coming future. And that is why rich people are becoming more rich, because they know the importance of education and health. On the other hand, in contrast, a vicious cycle may be created by disadvantaged parents who themselves uneducated and lacking in hygiene, keeping their children in a similarly disadvantaged state. Now, here we are talking about basically the uneducated and the poor people who themselves are not educated, and they do not know the importance of better education, health, and hygiene, and that is why they transfer the same to their children, and their children also remain uneducated, thereby remaining poor throughout their life. So, students, in the next video, we are going to discuss the case studies of two friends, that is Sakal and Vilas, and we will be able to understand that how investment in human resource through education and medical care can give high rates of return in the future. Till then, students, keep learning, keep watching.